They're racing. Whitfield Avenue missed the start some 3/4 of a length, and fastest into stride Belle Maria, joined by Star Billing. Pine Puppet moving up swiftly on the outside, followed by My Belle Bonnie, and a further half Lovely Doreen, My Gundy Girl, followed by Yodelara. Whitfield Avenue recovers after a tardy beginning, and 3 lengths away last of all was Will. Up towards the 1200, Star Billing in front. No speed to report. Chris Muntz dictating terms on Star Billing. Leads 3/4 of a length over the grey Pine Puppet second. Third was Lovely Doreen, followed by getting up along the inside My Belle Bonnie. About 2.5 to Belle Maria, and a further 3/4 to My Gundy Girl, followed by Yodelara. Well is still well back, and a half length away last of all was Whitfield Avenue. Up towards the crossing at the 800, Star Billing nursed along. Leads 3/4 of a length over Pine Puppet, looming up on the outside second. A length third My Belle Bonnie, followed by Lovely Doreen fourth, with pretty much the run of the race. Behind those next, My Gundy Girl, followed by Yodelara, who's moving around them 3 wide. Belle Maria in the middle, a length further back to Well. Still Whitfield Avenue at the rear of the field, some 7 or 8 lengths away from Star Billing. Inside the 600 mark, and Star Billing still a half length in front. Second, Pine Puppet. Third on the outside was Lovely Doreen, followed by My Belle Bonnie. Yodelara shaken up. Behind those, My Gundy Girl. Well to the extreme outside, followed by Whitfield Avenue popping the question, and a half length further back to Belle Maria. Many with a chance inside the 250. Star Billing in front. Muntz goes for home. Pine Puppet's under pressure. My Belle Bonnie in the middle. Well is running on from Lovely Doreen. Inside the 100 though. Pine Puppet on the outside. Race to the front. My Belle Bonnie is claiming it. Pine Puppet just in front. My Belle Bonnie lunges. I think might have won. It's a photo. My Belle Bonnie or Pine Puppet. Third, Star Billing, followed by Lovely Doreen. Well from Whitfield Avenue. My Gundy Girl, Yodelara and Belle Maria. Never in the hunt was a long last.
Got fancy 6 My Belle Bonnie there at 4:30 and 150. 3 Pine Puppet 220. 5 Star Billing 230.
470, 190. If it's 3 Pine Puppet, 610 the win, 220 for the place. And Star Billing number 5 for third at $2.20. Standing by for the officials, and it will be number 6 My Belle Bonnie, Dan Beasley. Could be a big day for Dan. Getting through in the middle. When Pine Puppet, although under pressure, got about a half length in front. Those placings are official now, 6-3-5. But never say die, Dan Beasley on My Belle Bonnie. He kicked back in the middle after having pretty much the run of the race, and has just claimed Pine Puppet in the shadows of the post. My Belle Bonnie, a 4-year-old chestnut mare, Grosvenor, Mascalina, trained by Sandra Jorgensen at Hawkesbury. Sandra, one of the part owners, together with W. Andrews, and ridden by Dan Beasley. 3 second Pine Puppet, Len Beasley. A 6-year-old grey mare, Northern Fair Lady Dignitas, Paul Perry, Broadmeadow. And third to 5, Star Billing, Chris Muntz. A 4-year-old chestnut mare, Mononga Healer Executive. Ridden a heady ride by Chris, trained by Louise Dean. Fourth has...
And came out in a good line. So Richie and out wide Centrix. Bounced quickly with Leading Bounty, and Prince Keystone showing good speed up in the middle. Just behind those, Negotiation, Strange Addiction, just tucked into it. Further back, Norfolk Island, Peking Dancer and Sheridan. Here's the second flight coming up, and Prince Keystone on the inside. Came to it and handled it well. Nearly a length. In fact, he got over at 2.5 in front now from a bit nervous. Restrained second. 2 lengths to Centrix running third. A length further back in the race, Negotiation. So Richie outside it. 1.5, Strange Addiction. A length further back, Peking Dancer, Leading Bounty. 2 to Norfolk Island, and last of all is Sheridan. Coming around the top turn, 2,400 metres to go, 8 flights out. There are 2 down the straight, and Prince Keystone a length and a half in front. He's in the lead now from in second, placing a bit nervous as they go over that one. 2 to Centrix, jumping out a little wide, Negotiation on the outside of the grey, Strange Addiction, followed by Norfolk Island, Sir Richie. Then came Peking Dancer, a gap leading Bouncy, and Sheridan at the one just shy of the winning post, and he got over at OK in front here, Prince Keystone, and he's rolling along in front, about 3.5 lengths in front now from a bit nervous. A length further back, Negotiation running third. 1 further back, Strange Addiction fourth. They're followed by Centrix on the inside of Sir Richie. 1 Norfolk Island. 2 to Leading Bounty outside it. Then came Peking Dancer, and 2 Sheridan last of all. Jumping a little wide, just running his flights down a little, Prince Keystone at the 1850. Handled it well, about 4 lengths in front of a bit nervous. 2 further back, Negotiation. Strange Addiction, the grey's gone up, but he's out 3 deep. Centrix over on the inside, a half, then Norfolk Island. A length further back in the race, then came Sir Richie. Leading Bounty the inside, 2 Two further back then came Peking Dancer and Sheridan last of all. They haven't really loafed as they go up to the 1450 metre mark, and Prince Keystone comes to this next one. Took off early, landed okay. 2.5 in front of a bit nervous. A half the outside, improving Strange Addiction now. Gets up to a clear third. Two for the back, Negotiation Centrix inside it. Three on the outside is Sir Richie. A length for the back, Norfolk Island inside it, Leading Bounty as they go up the hill. 3 lengths for the back, Peking Dancer, and last of all Sheridan. Over the top of the hill they race now at the 1100 metre mark, and Prince Keystone making the play out in front by 2 to a bit nervous, and Strange Addiction outside it. A length and a half further back, Sir Richie running on. 3 lengths further back, Negotiation and Norfolk Island. Leading Bounty pulled to the outside. 2 to Centrix, 3 further back in the race, Sheridan, and Peking Dancer dropped out. Back from where they started at the 800, and he handled it well, Prince Keystone. Landed a length and a half in front, with moving up Sir Richie on the outside. 2 to Strange Addiction, hard ridden at the 600. He's going nowhere at the moment. Further back, Leading Bounty coming into it. Over the one at the 600 metre mark, and the sprinters well and truly on. They've only got one hurdle to get over, and Prince Keystone a length and a half in front. Hard at it now, Sir Richie second. The leader sailed away. 5 for the back, Leading Bounty. Forget Strange Addiction fourth, and a gap in the race, Centrix. Prince Keystone going well on the turn. 2 in front, looked over his shoulder, the rider from Sir Richie. 4 Leading Bounty, a gap, Strange Addiction. Last flight coming up, Prince Keystone a good 2 in front. Comes to it, jumped out a little wide, got across the top of it. Sir Richie goes back to the fence. He's a length off. He's running on fairly there. 5 to Leading Bounty. Prince Keystone lifts and finds enough though, and he draws away. A good exhibition by this fellow. Prince Keystone coming down to the judge wins about 2.5 lengths to Sir Richie. 2 lengths away, third Leading Bounty. 8 lengths into Strange Addiction. A fairly ordinary run from Centrix. Then Sheridan, a long gap, Negotiation. Then Norfolk Island, a bit nervous, and last of all, Peking Dancer.
3 Prince Keystone, $4 170. 6 Sir Richie at $3.10. 1 Leading Bounty at $2.50.
At the barrier, Kembler.
3 Prince Keystone, 390, 160. 6 Sir Richie, 310. 1 Leading Bounty, 190. 3, 6, 1 there. Race number 1 on the program at Caulfield today. National Racing Service.
They're racing, the 6 of them, in a pretty good line. City Look out the back soon after the start, and Our Eeyore and Desert Sachet, the 2 favourites, matching motors soon after the start. Our Eeyore, the grey on the outside, gets about a length in front of Desert Sachet second. A length away third, Beautiful South, followed by Surprise Victory, since now second last, and after being tardily away, City Look is back at the tail of the field. They've gone 400 metres. Brian York on Our Eeyore takes the horse to the front, leads by 2 lengths over Desert Sachet, who's second. It's around Beautiful South third, and about 2.5 further back to Surprise Victory. It's a pretty genuine speed, since now second last. At a length away last of all was City Look. 12 from first to last as they leave the 1,000 behind them. Our Eeyore in front, striding along by 2. Desert Sachet second, nice and handy. About 2 lengths third, Beautiful South, followed by Surprise Victory. A half to City Look, who's on the inside of Since Now, who works around it. Inside the 700, and still it's Our Eeyore in front. The NZ Bred leads by 2 lengths over Desert Sachet second, a half Beautiful South. Now since now Beasley makes a move out 3 wide. 2 further back, Surprise Victory, and a half length last of all on the inside was City Look. Around the home turn they go, 500 metres out. Our Eeyore is the pilot, has been there from the outset, leads into the straight by 2. Desert Sachet being niggled at second, since now down the outside, followed by Beautiful South, City Look and Surprise Victory up towards the 200. Our Eeyore kicks, leads by a length and a half. Desert Sachet grinding away, likewise since now on the outside. Inside the 150, still they haven't grabbed Our Eeyore on the outside. Since now claiming it quickly. Since now moves up, flying home down the outside, City Look, but Since now puts the head in front, and Since now has beaten either Our Eeyore or on the outside City Look. Behind those next, Desert Sachet, who didn't run on from Beautiful South, and last of all Surprise Victory.
Just behind those are the debit, 3 wide though, Ione in the centre, then followed the inside, then is
and the field is now set race number 2. All clears through, they're off. Transparent Lover began well down towards the inside. So did Thong and Pushback, and Ted's Jester away quickly. Out fast too is Deadwood Stage as they settle into stride with Desnelstra and Monterosso going quickly. No pace from Accident, who's back at the tail end of the field, and Ted's Jester led Desnelstra. Straight Ace goes up between horses. It's pushing up in the centre to be second. Transparent Lover's handy to them. Then Storm Toss down on the rail. A length and a half, Thong and Pushback, followed by Deadwood Stage. Monterosso the outside. 2 to advance. advancing out Danerak, and they're followed by Formula. Long break to Accident, Groomans and Brodance last as they corner. And it's Ted's Jester, the narrow leader. Storm Tossed on the rail. De Snells to Wider out. Transparent Lover in some traffic trying to get clear. On the outside, Deadwood Stage is running on fairly at the 200 metres now, and it's Ted's Jester and De Snells. Storm Toss badly tight in the rail. Thong and Pushbike running on hard. De Snells to the leader. Thong and Pushbike after De Snellster. De Snellster, Thong and Pushbike from Formula. De Snellster wins it ahead. Thong and Pushbike. Formula third. A gap Monterosso down Danerak together from Straight Ace. Behind those were Brodance making ground on the inside from Ted's Jester, which weakened, and they were trailed further back then by Straight Ace was across the line with those horses, followed further back by Transparent Lover. I don't know whether she got out of a pocket in the straight really. Groomans next, Storm Toss weakened, followed by Deadwood Stage. Accident always at the tail and advancing, one of the last to hit the line. Judge calls for a photo in 58.35. And De Snellster's just held on the inside. Number 15 gets the photo. De Snellster, ridden by Aaron Spiteri, trained on the track by Kel Chapman. Number 1 second, Thong and Pushbike, ridden by Julian Harris. And 14 was third, Formula, ridden by Darren Goucher. It's 15, 1 and 14. Formula doing best of those of the Hawks team, but the favourite, I don't think she really got into a clear passage at any stage, and she was held up most of the straight. I think you can rule a line through that run completely.
All right, well, there you go. 15, 1 and 14 there. Some big dividends on the way there with that horse ridden by Aaron Spiteri. The winner of race number 2 at Caulfield there. And the horses running second 3 starts ago. Then it ran 5th and then it ran 6th. And starting at big odds for R.G. Chapman, the trainer. Aaron Spiteri pilots the Vobis winner to victory after.
Back in the racing, a good even line away. Check Benoni and Avion, 2 of the fastest to begin. Young Michael Ward takes the Dark up towards the front though. They've gone 200. The Dark gets a half length in front of Tansman second, Avion third. A length to Check Benoni, who's on the inside, followed by Splendid Retreat, and 2.5 to Conjurer, who began well. 3 to Dreams of France, followed by Tyrrell, Must Away, and a half last of all was Viva Miranda. Inside the 1200 metres, the Dark is now settling behind Tansman. Tansman leads by 3/4. Avion applies some pressure now. This drops the Dark to third, nicely positioned. 3 further back, Splendid Retreat, who's on the outside, followed by Check Benoni. About 2 lengths to Conjurer. 5 further back to Tyrrell, who's travelling on the inside of Dreams of France. A length and a half to Must Away, and last Viva Miranda. Over the crossing at the 800, Tansman is the pilot. Leads 3/4 of a length. Avion couldn't get around it. It's second on the outside. About 2.5 lengths third, the favourite, the Dark, followed by Check Benoni, 4th underneath it. A length further back to Splendid Retreat, followed by Conjurer. 2.5 to Tyrrell. From Dreams of France, Must Away, and one of the last ones is Viva Miranda. Towards the home turn, 500 metres out, and Tansman in front, leads by a long neck. Over second in the middle was Avion. Now the Dark popped to the question 3 wide, followed by Check Benoni, who's right behind them. Splendid Retreat the middle, and 2 further back, Conjurer under some pressure. Into the straight they go, 350 out. Tansman in front, joined by the Dark. The Dark puts the head in front from Tansman. Check Benoni the rails third, followed by Splendid Retreat, Conjurer, Avion, and Tyrrell's the widest runner, nursed along by Ward. The Dark gets about 3/4, now a length in front of Splendid Retreat and Conjurer as they get near the line, and the Dark too good for them. The Dark wins by a length. Splendid Retreat second, just in front of Conjurer, followed by Tyrrell and Check Benoni. 2 further back, the early pacemaker Tansman, followed by Avion, Viva Miranda, and one of the last ones, second last in fact, Dreams of France, and 2.5 last of all was Must Away.
Super Tab won the Dark, 190, 129. Splendid Retreat to return, $2.70, and 4 Conjurer, $2.30.
1, 9 and 4 the placings. The Dark, heady ride by Michael Ward. He wasn't going to be involved in the early speed battle. He sat behind Tansman and also Avion with a nice run, settled the Dark perfectly. Gee, if looks were anything, even going to the barrier, the Dark was the one you wanted to be on. And even though the winning margin is probably about 3/4 to a length, to win with a great deal of authority. 194 official, won the Dark, a 3-year-old brown gelding at Tallack, Storm Kitty, and by the Gundaroo Stud Syndicate, trained by Johnny Morrissey at Canberra and ridden by Michael Ward. And he's going to make a name for himself, M. Ward, I have no doubt. 9 Splendid Retreat second, Corey Brown, a 3-year-old bay gelding. Splendid La Maison, Bill Prain at Warwick Farm, and 3rd to 4 Conjurer, Jim Cassidy, a 3-year-old chestnut gelding. Magic Ring, Secret Delice, Steve Engelbrett at Warwick Farm. Fourth has gone to number 5, which was Tyrrell, and fifth has gone to number 6, Check Benoni. The margins were 3/4 of a length with a short head between second and third. 3/4 by a short head. Time 1:38.68. 1:38.68. The class record of 1:34.87 held by Gdansk. The first 800 was 50.33, 50.33, and the last 600 was 36.56. 36.56, Quinella 13.40, Exacta 16.10, Trifecta 83.40. As we confirm all details, race 3 at Randwick. 1 The Dark, Michael Ward, 180 and 110. 9 Splendid Retreat, Corey Brown at $2.80, and 4 Conjure, Jim Cassidy, $2.30. 4th to 5, 5th to number 6, Quinella $13.40, Exacta $16.10, the Trifecta $83.40. 3/4 of a length, a short head, 1:38.68. The last 600, 36.56. Interim details, race 3 at Randwick.
Thanks very much, Rod. National Racing Service.
But they're off and running here at Caulfield. Away they go. Phoenix Strike had no speed out of the gate and bouncing quickly here. Reneg quickly taken on by Power and Rhythm. Close up in the early point now. Rort goes up third. Fourth in the early stages, Caradonis. Then Slalom from Alyosha Star, Atomic Man. Further back in the race and the outside would have been Dr. Taurus, followed by Mr. Classical. Phoenix Strike, Noir Ruler and Spectacular Gold backed into favouritism last of all. Reneg in front near the fence. Led a length now up on the outside, Alyosha Star, who's gone up to join Reneg, a length and a half to Power and Rhythm. 2 to Rort running fourth, a half Caradonis fifth, 1 further back Slalom. Dr. Taurus 3 deep, back in the middle then Atomic Man, 2.5 Phoenix Strike, Mr. Classical, Noir Ruler, and 2 lengths last of all, and 10 lengths off the front, Spectacular Gold, 6.50 out, and Reneg keeps the lead near the inside, 3/4 in front of Alyosha Star. A length further back, Rort has gone up third, fourth the inside, Power and Rhythm, then Atomic Man around Slalom, further back Caradonis, a fair way back Phoenix Strike, angling out now from Mr. Classical, then Dr. Taurus, Spectacular Gold second last, and back there with it is Noir Ruler in the straight. Reneg the leader, a length and a half in front of Rort, and Atomic Man from Alyosha Star, Slalom. Phoenix Strike a fair way off them. Reneg the leader, 150 to go. Atomic Man is the danger, pegging it back now from Slalom out late. Atomic Man getting up to Reneg. Atomic Man put its head in front, and Atomic Man scores 3/4 on the line. Reneg a length away, third Slalom, fourth Rort, then Power and Rhythm from Phoenix Strike, Noir Ruler. Further back in the race then came Caradonis. A gap in the race, Alyosha Star. Spectacular Gold has not fired again. Further back in the race, Mr. Classical. With it is Dr. Taurus.
And across the line, 8, 3 and 7, Atomic Man, $15 and $4.40. Reneg at $4, Slalom $2.60.
Okay, number 8, Atomic Man, 14.60, 3.90. 3 Reneg to pay $3.40, and 7 for third Slalom, $2.20. Please note the Toowoomba Twilight program today abandoned due to weather and state of the track. Toowoomba off.
And ahead of totes for Terry Shields Toyota at Kembla Grange.
Okay, we'll leave that there. National Racing Service now will stand by. Of course,
Racing, Prince Sienna fastest away with Vo Regal, Riverdale, and probing through in the middle with Space Prince. At the end of 100, Jimmy Cassidy takes Space Prince to a half-length lead from Arctic Will on the outside. Vo Regal settles to third, followed 3/4 of a length away by Prince Sienna, followed behind those by Deep Moss, who's midfield. The Twister on the outside, well positioned. From Riverdale, Sound Lyric to Expect a Star, and a length and a half last of all was Tombola. To the 1,000-metre mark they go. Space Prince in front, steady to lead by a length and a quarter. Over second was Arctic Will. They've gapped the others. 5 away third, Vo Regal, followed by Prince Sienna, and 2 further back to Deep Moss, followed by the Twister. A length Riverdale, the inside from Sound Lyric, Tombola, and last of all was Expect a Star. Approaching the 600, Space Prince in front, given a steady. Leads 3/4 over Arctic Will second. Third, Vo Regal on the inside, followed by Prince Sienna the middle. A half to Deep Moss. The Twister is momentarily snookered as Sound Lyric works up around it, followed by Riverdale, Expect a Star, and last of all was Tombola. Into the straight, 350 out. Space Prince in front. Prince Sienna moving around them 3 wide. In the centre, Arctic Will. Not much room for Vo Regal. The Twister gets the middle split to the 200 mark. Space Prince just in front. Here comes the Twister. The Twister in the middle, Arctic Will, and Prince Sienna on the outside. The Twister moves out after Space Prince. The Twister gets a half length in front. Starts to forge away from Space Prince, who's kicking back, but it's the Twister. The Twister are next. Space Prince second. Third, Prince Sienna, followed by the fast finishing Expect a Star from Arctic Will, Vo Regal, Riverdale, Sound Lyric, Deep Moss, and last of all was Tombola.
Number 7, the Twister to return, 310 and 150. 3, Space Prince, 180 and 5 for third. Prince Sienna, $3.90.
Started to get the better of Space Prince on the inside. Space Prince has kicked back. But the Twister, Larry Cassidy, it was Larry versus Jim. And I feel in the shadows of the post, the Twister just getting there. And they're official, 7-3-5. The Twister, Larry Cassidy first. 3, Space Prince, Jim Cassidy second, and 5, Prince Sienna, Mitch Newman third. 7-3-5. Time, 1:24.51. 1:24.51. Record, class record, Prince Ferrajar at 1:21.7. 7-3-5 official. Strong wind of the Twister. Larry just bided his time just behind the speed, whereas Jim Cassidy was nursing at Space Prince and has kicked back terrifically well on the inside when the Twister looked like it was going to go careering past Space Prince. Space Prince kicked back, but the Twister gained the momentum again and has won by about a half head to a short head. 3:10.140. The Twister, a 4-year-old bay gelding, famous star Minnie Mandy, owned by D. Austin, trained by Bart Cummings, ridden by Larry Cassidy. 10 starts for 2 wins and 6 minor placings. Superfecta numbers are 10-3-5-1-2-9. 10-3-5-1-2-9. 3, Space Prince, Jim Cassidy second. A 4-year-old bay gelding, Opera Prince, Empire Love, Neville Late Queanbeyan. Third to 5, Prince Sienna, Mitch Newman. A 6-year-old chestnut gelding, Victory Prince, Cavalum, Ron Quinton, Randwick, Mitch Newman. 4th to number 1, Expect a Star. 5th to 2, Arctic Will. 6th to number 9, Voregal. Voregal had its chance, but didn't handle the heavy here last start and wasn't a tremendous performance today. Quinella 7.10, Exacta 14.10, the trifecta 132.60.
They're off and running. Out in a good line with Our Excellency, dropping back after the start with Wavishing and Tumut getting back with Something's Felt. Our Missouri away quickly near the inside and going fast with it, Legality. From the outside showing speed now is Viva Emanuela up towards the front and going with it in the early point, Emotional Success. And with those Midas Millions, it's Viva Emanuela just from Emotional Success, a half length in it, a length and a half Midas Millions. They're followed by Legality, Our Missouri. They went a little quick early. 2 to Rustic Cell, 1 Nicole Alas, 1 then to Mad Dam. 2.5 further back, Millicent Avenue, followed by Red Tiamo. Miss Perry, Tumut a fair way back and checked. They're followed further back by Wavishing, then Something's Felt, and 2 last of all, Our Excellency at the 600. And the leader is Viva Emanuela, 3/4 in front. From on the outside, Emotional Success. Ahead the outside, Midas Millions third. 1 to Our Missouri fourth. A half, Nicole Alas working into it. Mad Dam is wide. 3/4 further back in the race, Legality. 1 to Rustic Cell, Wavishing. Red Tiamo a fair way back, followed by Millicent Avenue. Tumut a mile from them, from Our Excellency, Something's Felt, and Miss Perry in the straight. Viva Emanuela 2 in front. Here's Nicole Alas coming down the middle and pegging the leader back quickly now. Nicole Alas has got to Viva Emanuela. 2 lengths further back, Mad Dam from Rustic Cell, Emotional Success. But Nicole Alas is opening up 3 out of 3 at Caulfield. With the 58, she's holding Mad Dam at bay and then Tumut. Nicole Alas 2.5 on the run home. Second is Mad Dam, or a couple of good runs here. Third home is Tumut, and fourth Something's Felt. They've had no luck, the third and fourth fillies. Further back in the race then came Miss Perry. Emotional Success pulling up quickly after the line from Rustic Cell. Then Wavishing from Our Excellency. Further back, Viva Emanuela. Then Our Missouri, followed by Millicent Avenue, Red Tiamo, and last of all is Legality.
1, 2 and 5, Nicole Alas, 450, 180, Mad Dam at 250 and Tumut at 190.
Number 1, Nicole Alas, 550, 220. 2, Mad Dam, 250. 5, Tumut, 160. And the sub-repeating was 5, Tumut, the late scratching 4 off the
And
race.
in the centre, Moonga, one of the first out, joined now by National Alarm. Out wider was Pontiac Moon. Surprise calls running.
racing, and a very good line away. Cabenja, Jamuse, and also Strabane, three of the fastest to begin. And O'Biscay is driving through along the inside, and also Demontage, Jamuse, and also O'Biscay. They vie for early supremacy, a length and a half. Cabenja, followed by Kairu Chief and also Strabane. A half length back to Pathology, followed by Fairways Bachelor Boy, followed by Race the Ace. About a length further back to Chaverny, who's trapped out wide, to Bold William, followed by For the Lady, and 8 lengths away last of all was Sahara. Up towards the 600, it's Demontage in front, leads O'Biscay a half length, third Jamuse, 3/4 to Strabane, followed by Kairu Chief, who's on the outside, Cabenja the middle, behind those Chaverny, who's had no luck, followed by Pathology. Into the straight, 350 out, Demontage in front, joined by Jamuse, O'Biscay, followed on the outside of runners by Strabane, who's working home nicely from Cabenja. Into the 200-metre mark they go, and still in front is Demontage, but joined immediately by Strabane the outside. Strabane in the twinkling of an eye, race 2 lengths in front, running home well as Fairways. Strabane in front, Fairways gobbling it up, and Fairway gets up to win. Fairway has beaten Strabane. Third Demontage, followed by Race the Ace and Bold William. Behind those Cabenja, Jamuse, followed by Chaverny, never in the hunt. O'Biscay well back from For the Lady and Bachelor Boy. Behind those Sahara, Pathology, and back last of all was Kairu Chief. Standing by for the placings after the 5th. Strabane was in front, but Fairway down the outside has claimed it right on the line. Number 5 to pay $6.70 and $2.20. Strabane looks
Set the greys.
Racing. Good level line, showing good speed here as Buster moved from. Followed by Brian's Caulfield back, state title, Tom's Image and the Tumbler. Joshua's Legend, pretty close for third, Rhythmic Tom and Brian's Call further back to Tom's Image. Then came Glenview King, state title, and Picabo Street fell into the first bend and was last home.
527 Sydney.
Racing. Sir Linford missed it about a length and a half. Della Vista bounced quickly with Monet's Cove and the grey Final Tempo heading up towards the front. Final Tempo led a half length, Della Vista, Monet's Cove, Blazing Sun and Plushka wide. A length for the back, Steppens. They're followed by Ruling Regent. The inside, another Neptune from Anxiety Attack. Sir Swayze, 3 Sir Linford last of all. Final Tempo took up the running. A length in front now, moving up on the outside, Plushka, but 3 deep. Monet's Cove back in the centre. Della Vista fourth, the fence. A half Blazing Sun, 2.5 for the back, Ruling Regent deep around Steppens. Another Neptune the inside, 2 to Sir Swayze, Anxiety Attack, and 3 Sir Linford inside the 800-metre marker. It's Final Tempo, a half Plushka, 2.5 Monet's Cove third, 4th is Della Vista, 5th the outside Blazing Sun, 2 to Steppens, followed by Ruling Regent, another Neptune the fence, 2 to Sir Swayze, Anxiety Attack, and 2 to Sir Linford last of all. 5.50 out, Plushka putting it to Final Tempo, 2.5 Monet's Cove third, Blazing Sun outside it, a length for the back, Della Vista looking for a way up, 2 lengths another Neptune from Ruling Regent, followed by Steppens. So Linford last on the turn with Anxiety Attack. Final Tempo first for home now from on the outside, Monet's Cove. Coming at it quickly, Plushka back in the middle. 2 then to Blazing Sun. Further back, Monet's Cove hit the front. And Monet's Cove drew a half to Ruling Regent after it. And Sir Swayze out wider. They've got the leader, Ruling Regent, Sir Swayze. Sir Swayze finishing off better, and Sir Swayze. Sir Swayze, a half-neck, Ruling Regent, Monet's Cove third. Then Anxiety Attack from Sir Linford, Plushka. Steppens, followed by Della Vista, Final Tempo. Well back another Neptune and Blazing Sun near the tail.
And number 6, Sir Swayze, 2020 the win, $5.80 the place. Number 9, Ruling Regent, $4.10, and 3, Monet's Cove, $1.80.
Hopping a hammering here today, punters. Number 6, Sir Swayze.
Sir Swayze number 6 on Super Tab, 18.20 and 5.29 Ruling Regent, 4.63 Monet's Cove to pay $1.80, and the treble combination 816, $993. They have raced at the Greyhounds, replay in a moment.